Welcome back to the Stevenage Sheet Metal Super 1 British Karting Championships. It's TKM Extreme is up next. The man that told me he was definitely going to win the championship at round one is a man alongside. It's Joe Forsyth. Now, Joe, you didn't have the best of round ones, but you had a fantastic round two when the cameras weren't there.
Yeah, I mean, round one, it went as best as we could. We came away with fourth place, some good points. We headed to Row, knowing we're quick at Row. I love Row, it's a great circuit, and we managed to win every race, led every lap there, so we took a full bag of points and top of the table when we left there.
Now, you got this go slower beard going on this weekend, so how's it going at Glanagorse Park here? How do you like this track, first of all?
It's a difficult track, wet and dry conditions. It's got a lot of twisty sections, a lot of crucial sections. If you make one mistake, that can ruin your lap and you can lose 3 or 4 kart lengths. But it's a great track to race at. We did pretty well yesterday in the wet, 2 third places, but just 3rd on the grid today. It's dry today. We're going to see what the weather does, but hopefully we'll be on the podium for definite.
Conditions are set to be, it's dry at the moment, but set to be wet by the time this televised final goes off. So how are you fancying the wet conditions here?
I seem to revel in the wet conditions, so definitely on for the win. Definitely on for the win.
Definitely on for the win, he says. Well, he's going to have to work hard because it's Carl Sproat and Tom Owen on the front row of the grid from Matthew Allnut and James Ogden. Hogan and Monks on row 3. And look at where Forsdyke is. 14th out of the 14. He had a bit of a humdinger in the first final, but here he goes in absolutely atrocious conditions. Sproat takes the lead on the run down the Dragon Straight. The spray is everywhere. It's worse than it was earlier on. And now it's going to be a very interesting race. But can Forsdyke make his way through the field? A couple of wiggles on the grass there.
That looked like Paul Monks, I think it was, who'd run wide. He's kept it all together. Still there. Did well not to go off there.
Up to second place, that looks like Tom Owen making his move at the carousel into second place, but no, round the outside, holding the advantage. Matthew Allnut, the rookie, hangs on to second position. Very nice driving there as they make their way through the compression complex, and there's a couple of nice sweet moves there for 4th position. I think that was the move. Trying to see who it was. We followed the back end of the grid, but it's the O-plate, Joe Forsdyke. He's up to 4th place. How has he done that?
Him, what? Is that in the opening lap? It's amazing.
10 places.
36 car Allnut from Swindon, age 26 now.
10 places in 1 lap, Joe Forsdyke. That is pretty special, and he is right in the mix for victory already.
Yeah, you remember, Jake, I think a couple of seasons ago at Buckmore Park in the wet, he had a great result that day, won comfortably.
Yes, indeed. Owen just making the move there for second place on Allnut, so Owen gets through. Here comes Forsdyke. He's going to make this into the carousel, is he? As Verco makes his move for 5th place. No.
Didn't quite get there, made the move, but couldn't quite hold on to it. Allnut held on to 3rd place. Good drive this by Matthew so far, man in the red suit.
Yes, indeed. Verco in the 7, holding on to 5th position for the moment, just ahead of James Ogden, as everybody really struggling for grip. It's wetter than ever here at Glanagorse Park, and really difficult conditions this. But out in front, Sproat still holds the advantage from Owen in 2nd. 3rd is Allnut, and 4th is that man Joe Forsdyke. Definitely in for the win, he said. Well, I'm starting to believe it now.
Yeah, he's not going to retain the championship lead, though, if things stay like this, and even...
Oh, and run wide there. That's an opportunity up the inside. Joe Forsdyke took that opportunity. Now, that could have been the one moment he could have got to get the run on him there. He just put 2 wheels wide on the grass with Allnut, and that was the invitation. Verco now making his move at the carousel on the inside, up to 4th position. Thank you very much indeed.
Sproat under pressure as well for the lead. Tom Owen looking for the lead. Now, if things stay like this, Tom Owen will have the championship lead after this race because, of course, Joe Forsdyke's had a disaster in final one, ended up down at the back of the field. That's Simon Verco.
Up to 4th place now.
Certainly one of the championship contenders.
Yep, the man all the way from Cornwall. He's had to travel a long way for this battle, but he's certainly earning his stripes, isn't he? 4th position now, Simon Verco, just on the tail of Joe Forsdyke. There's a big lead between these two, but Carl Sproat and 39 Tom Owen, they're a long way ahead of Joe Forsdyke. Don't think that's going to last long. Here we go, up the inside. Nice move there from Tom Owen. Absolutely textbook into the spoon curve.
Yeah, Owen was always threatening that. He's been threatening that for a couple of laps. So it's Owen that's through to the lead, and Sproat now looks like Owen could clear off here. Sproat now in 2nd place. Got a bit of a gap over Joe Forsdyke, but not sure how long that will be the case. Forsdyke should close him in.
Well, Forsdyke is catching them very quickly indeed. He's up to 3rd position and he is reeling them in now. This is fantastic. We've got a retirement off to the side.
Paul Monks is out, Jake, in the back of the picture there. Paul Monks, who was hoping to win this championship. He's the leading seed this year, driving the 5 kart, but in the back of the picture you see his kart has stopped through the carousel.
Dear, oh dear. What has Paul Mux got to do to change his luck? He's having a real screamer of a season, unfortunately. Up the inside, Forsdyke up on the curb, trying to make his window.
He's got him though, has he? Got him, I think. Yeah, he's got him, just held him out. And here comes Verco for third. Can't quite make that happen.
He even puts a hand up to say, cheers for not taking me out. Joe Forsdyke up to second place. There's a great move there up the inside for Andrew Lawrence as he makes his move at the carousel, and back on the inside of Forsdyke comes the 26 of Carl Sproat, who's been leading most of this race. Verco on the inside, he makes the move, and it
gets him back.
This could be the move, not quite, but he was lucky there because he had to shut the door because Andrew Lawrence and Matthew Allnut were ready to pounce on him, and he made the move stick. But Forsdyke up to second position. That was a bit of a Nigel Mansell overtaking move, the smallest gap in history, and he made it stick. Brilliant.
Yeah, and these drivers in behind this two, Verco and Carl Sproat, the pole man. You've got Andrew Lawrence now with those two battling, came a lot closer, so there's 4 karts in this little group. So clip that car through.
And again wide there for Sproat. Oh dear, spun it wild. There's nothing you can do once you get a wheel on the grass, and he got it on the grass twice, lost the back end, and it snapped away from him.
No, they're clipping this curb on the inside. That's dangerous in these conditions because it does throw you out to the right. And look at that, it's thrown him out onto the other side of the track. It's just put a wheel on the grass. Lawrence has filled the space. He's perfectly entitled to do that. He's not going to allow Sproat the room to come back on. He's dropped another wheel on the grass, and he spins round, and the pole man has gone.
Yep, stereotypical wet race this one, and that's what can happen.
Lawrence is through to third, out of shot of the cameras. It's Verco fourth. Warning flag for 30.
Yeah, the 30, that's Matt
England.
So England's getting a warning flag there, probably for track limits. But in these conditions, I don't really blame anybody for finding a little bit more than the track, but this is a fantastic fight we've got now, isn't it? 4 karts in the battle for this one, and it's Tom Owen from Joe Forsdyke, then the 9 of Andrew Lawrence and Simon Verco. Any one of these 4 could still get this one, and don't forget Carl Sproat, sorry, no, not Carl Sproat, is it now? It's Matthew Allnut in the 36th in 5th place. He could still be a factor.
Now, I think certainly if it stays like this, Tom Owen will have the championship lead and Joe Forsdyke will drop down to second place. Nice switch back by the cameraman, 57, that's James Ogden.
And that's
the inside
Scott Jeffs. Scott Jeffs he's battling with. The rookie comes back up the inside. Nice move there from Jeffs. Not easy to take on Ogden, and they're going to be side by side again. Careful, gentlemen, don't bin it. Up the inside.
Battling.
This is awesome.
And he's got it back again. Oh, fantastic battle in the for the midfield position.
What do you say about that? You run out of superlatives for that one, and on the back of them now comes the 26 of Carl Sproat, who is recovering big style after getting away from Michael Eastwell. Brilliant stuff in the lower pack. The midfield is just as intense as the front.
This is the battle for the lead though. Last lap going in, it's Owen. Forsdyke is that much closer. Owen looks over his shoulder up the Dragon Straight. Andrew Lawrence put in the fastest lap, 52.06. It's between these two on the last lap.
I don't want to tempt fate, but
Forsdyke's
going for it.
Look
how aggressive he is into the corners. He's using so much more speed than Owen. Owen is defending. Look, Forsdyke might get an opportunity here. He swarms all over the back of him. And look out for Lawrence. Lawrence is running his tail as well. Forsdyke up on the curbs, side by side, and he's through.
Unbelievable.
The
fantastic move by Forsdyke. Absolutely superb move over the curb, coming through the second part of the carousel. Looks like he's got it down through Devil's Elbow for the last time.
Jenson Button would be proud from last to first, but it isn't done yet. Here comes Owen Banzang up the inside. They're going to be side by side. Forsdyke goes off. Owen gets it. Second is Lawrence. Third is Forsdyke, but he is fuming. Oh dear. What a way to finish the race. His arm is in the air. Joe Forsdyke is absolutely furious.
We had a pretty good start. We knew we had the pace in the wet. We managed to get up there, and I managed to close up to Tom Owen in the end. Managed to do him into the carousel. Coming into the last corner, I was leading. I thought I had it done. There's a bit of contact. I was pushed onto the grass and ended up third. So happy with the result. Could have been better.
I had 2 seconds yesterday, so we're looking to some good championship points, and the rain helped us out a lot because we were quick all weekend in the wet and just came through from the back, picked them off, waited a bit at the start and nearly won it on the line, but another couple of laps maybe I would have.
To start, we had a mess up with the grids really. The rain came down, we were all on slicks, and that meant we're all stuck on dry gearing, but I just had to keep my head down, get past the people ahead, and then just pull the gap. Forsyth got me on the last lap, but I managed to get him into the last corner, really. That's all.
So an incredible race. Joe Forsdyke up to second, 2 points behind Owen in the championship, but was that last lap move on Tom Owen legal? Over the curbs, could be interesting with the new rules. Discuss. Ogden, Sproat, Verco and Monks are still there in the midst of the top 6, but this championship is just getting interesting. Up next, it's KGP here at a wet Glanigorse.